Welcome to my channel. Enjoy this video and subscribe my channel. Sophie Sierra from 90 Day, The Last Resort is asserting that her ex-husband, Rob Warren, is the true villain. Sophie initially introduced her relationship in 90 Day Fiance Season 10. She came to the United States on a K-1 visa to marry Rob. At the time, Sophie and Rob seemed to be a well-matched couple. They were both young individuals of mixed race who had encountered similar challenges in the past. Sophie and Rob also shared goals and interests and seemed to be deeply in love with each other. As Sophie spent more time with Rob, she noticed his red flags. She discovered her husband had a short temper and wasn't the person he appeared to be during their long-distance relationship. She also found out that Rob had been unfaithful in the past. Despite marrying Rob and obtaining her residency in the United States, Sophie struggled to have a happy marriage. In 2024, the couple joined 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2, seeking therapy to address their issues. The intense experience made her realize Rob wasn't the right man for her. Sophie called everyone out for siding with Rob. Sophie and Rob have received criticism on social media for their actions on screen. However, things took a turn after the tell-all episodes premiered, where Rob accused his co-star, Jasmine Pineda, of cheating on her husband, Gino Palazzolo, and getting pregnant by another man. Recently, Sophie took to her Instagram story to criticize those who support Rob over her. She wrote, via according copy 9579, "People are still supporting an abusive man. He hides it on TV." Sophie insinuated that Rob is the true villain and suggested that people should support her as she is the real victim. Sophie highlighted Rob's malicious conduct in her message. She mentioned, he also called an unborn baby names and called a pregnant woman a WH***E. Plus there's even proof online of him throwing things at me. Sophie contested that Rob's behavior wasn't as kind as he portrayed on camera. She condemned the viewers who sided with her ex-husband, stating, "Yet people still want to act like Rob was just the nicest guy ever and I'm just immature because I left." Sophie concluded her statement by expressing frustration with critics for spreading misinformation about her experiences. Sophie alleges Rob was abusive towards her. Sophie made some bold claims about Rob's abusive behavior in her Instagram story. She wrote, "There's even proof online of him throwing things at me." Sophie reminded 90 Day Fiance fans of the older content she had posted, including videos of Rob acting erratically and aggressively. She tried to remind fans of the time he threw her belongings in the trash. Sophie also alleged Rob had been abusive towards her, stating that he caused her to have stitches above her eye. She added that she left him because of his abusive behavior. Sophie provided some details about Rob's short temper. She acknowledged that she hadn't mentioned his abuse on TV because she didn't want to discuss it in a public forum. The British woman expressed her frustration, saying, "People have zero idea what I actually went through." Sophie concluded by accepting that people may never acknowledge Rob's abuse towards her, as they only believe what they see on TV. Sophie wants to move on from this relationship. Sophie concluded her lengthy Instagram story by informing fans about her upcoming plans. She stated, "My life without him is very peaceful," revealing that being around him had been traumatic for her. Sophie went on to say, "I don't care to speak on it anymore because my life does not revolve around a TV show." She expressed that she understands the challenges she faced in her relationship with Rob, revealing, "That man hates women. As you guys can see, he didn't argue with a man who literally tried to get at his wife because he only attacks women." She said that she had worked hard to improve herself and didn't want to jeopardize that progress for the sake of drama. Sophie wrote, "I know what I went through and have worked so hard at healing from it, so that's good enough for me." She accepted that she's single and content, which appears to be the two main things Sophie is prioritizing following her unsuccessful marriage with Rob. Abusive behavior in her Instagram story. She wrote, "There's even proof online of him throwing things at me." Sophie reminded 90 Day Fiance fans of the older content she had posted, including videos of Rob acting erratically and aggressively. She tried to remind fans of the time he threw her belongings in the trash. Sophie also alleged Rob had been abusive towards her, stating that he caused her to have stitches above her eye. She added that she left him because of his abusive behavior.